And the Jews often taught that this was all there is. And so every promise that God made to us had to be fulfilled right here, right now. So if there was a Messiah, a new David, it had to be a new David just like the old one. And Jesus said, my kingdom is not of this earth. And for whatever reason, we just have this terrible pessimism, this terrible doubt. And so when we get to the grave, we pray, I believe, oh God, help my unbelief. Make your promises true. And so when it comes our turn to lie down, I think we go with this terrible fear as well. And I guess we need to hold on to the mystery of eggs and life. There's this wonderful little story about a chicken pecking away at the inside of an egg. Pecking away and pecking away and pecking, and finally the shell breaks and the chicken steps out, looks around and says, I knew there was more to it. And that's what we have to be like. That's what you and I have to be like. We have to cling to those promises that God wasn't kidding. Jesus wasn't kidding. And that a place has been prepared for us. And it's glorious. And it's with God. And it's all we can imagine. And St. Paul put it so well when he said, no eye can see, no ear can hear, no mind can imagine the good and wonderful things that God has prepared for us. So cling to that promise that what Jesus did 2,000 years ago, we are part of. And the promise is real. Now look, the mystery of Easter starts off as a physical mystery. They go looking for a body and they don't find one. They go looking for a dead guy and they don't find him. They find a man who is alive. And the Gospels show us over and over and over that he lived. And I cannot begin to explain that to you. I can't explain how a huge stone was not in place in the morning. Easter is an event of enormous power. But symbolically, it's even bigger. It is even bigger. We're going to spend the next 7 weeks looking at Easter and some of the consequences of it. For 50 days, we look at Easter. But here at the beginning, as we begin to grapple with this enormous mystery of the resurrection, just tackle one question. But tackle it at a symbolic level. Who will roll away the stone for us? Now, we're not talking now about a stone in front of a tomb. We're talking about a stone that's in our hearts and in our souls. The stone that stands between us and belief. The stone that stands between us and hope. The stone that stands between us and new life. Because we all have something that holds us back from belief. We all have something that gets in the way. And it's probably something in the past. I'm like you. I spend time wondering, why did life have to be like that 30 years ago? Why did I have to choose between two horrible things? And it kind of haunts me a little bit. I have to remind myself that God brings me new life too. And we all make mistakes. I mean, Christianity isn't, it's not about children's stuff. Christianity starts off with a mystery that every adult can grab hold of and cling to because it gives us hope and new life. That there is nothing in this world that cuts you off from new life. Only you do. Only the stone in your heart and soul stands between you and what God has promised. So look inside yourselves on this Easter morning. Ask yourself, what is it that holds me back from that new life that's been promised? And I wish I could wipe away the memories of things that have gone badly for you. I wish I could wipe away everything that reminds you of any disaster you've been part of. I wish I could do that for myself. But cling to what God has promised you. And fix your eyes on Jesus. He is the pioneer and perfecter of your faith. And he's brought you new life. And have a blessed Easter, because it's for you. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.